Morning, afternoon, evening people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your first time here. I'm Tony. This is a slightly wet teddy. So if you can hear that, we've been caught out by the rain. The rain's eased off a little bit now. Whilst the quality time I've been harvesting cherry tomatoes, some zucchini. In today's video I'm going to show you how I grew these super productive patty pan squash. At the end of the video we'll do a harvest and I'm going to show you just how super productive these plants are. It's the 25th of September today and there is a lot of squash on these plants. But first off, let me show you how I've got these going. So we're going to be planting 5 varieties of squash today, 2 varieties of summer squash and 3 varieties of winter squash. So let's head outside now, get these seeds planted. So we're going to be planting in modules. Fill the modules, get your compost compressed down into there, and then top them up if needed. I'm going to plant squash about 1 inch deep, so I'm growing 9 butternut squash. So all we're going to do, poke a hole in there, drop the seeds in, point the end up. Now the date today is the 11th of March, quite early, so if any seeds do fail we have still got time to get more going. Then just cover them over and give them a good watering in. Okay, so that's all my seeds in, watered in. What we're going to do now is put those on a south facing windowsill, leave them to germinate. I'll bring you back in a couple of weeks, give you a look at them. Squash seeds sometimes can take a while to germinate, so just be patient. As you can see in that video, I planted multiple squash. Now caveat, I've got a lot of squash destroyed by slugs and snails, so I did use some of these garden cloches to protect these plants, and we'll link them in the description. So these were put on the 11th of March and it's now the 13th of May. We're planting them out. There we are. As you can see, they're booming. Some of them are starting to flower. Really need to get them out, so I'm going to get these out into a garden bed. Okay, so it's now the next day because the rain came, the rain set in. I was kind of hoping it'd hold off enough, but it didn't. Anyway, getting the squash in. So the squash is going here. Okay, so done. Little teddy. So this is the bed. This end of the bed I dressed with horse manure, covered it in cardboard in the autumn. That has just been covered. However, I do have bloodfish and bone, and that is cow manure that's about 14 months old now, well rotted. So we are going to be using that. I'll plant these squash plants up here at this end. Now, it is a no-dig bed, however, I am going to have to dig a little bit, because what I do want to do is put some cow manure in the bottom of that hole. So that is, well, probably 14 or 15 month old cow manure. Into there then I'm also going to pop a handful A bloodfish and bone. T likes the smell of it. As soon as you get the bloodfish and bone out, he's got his nose straight in there. Ain't you, Ted? See that squash plant there? Decent root ball. That can press down quite well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to water it before I put the dome over. Now on these domes you have got 3 holes for pegs. One there, one there, and one there. And what I've done is I've turned the vent holes to just a very small hole, kind of hoping that that's going to prevent any slugs or anything getting in there. What I'm going to do now then, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant the rest. As you can see, that's how I've got this going in this bed. They were fertilised with cow manure. Anyway, so let me just show you just how productive these are. (25th September), and that is what we're pulling off these plants, and there's more to come. Let me show you. As you can see, there are still flowers and baby squash on those plants, so we'll get more of those before the end of the season. So my first year growing patty pan squash, and I must say I'm impressed. Definitely going to be growing them again. If you enjoyed that video, found it useful, give it a big thumbs up. For my small gardening, beekeeping videos, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.